I wanted to record a quick summary of how I am using ChatGPT to streamline taking raw observation notes and breaking them down into the specific aspects of our district evaluation standards, as well as creating a summary and then providing evidence for our teacher evaluation rubrics. So the first thing is that I take my notes, and I've changed what I've done from traditionally having two columns with noticings and wonderings, and then more recently, what the students are doing, what the teacher is doing, into just a narrative that is as objective and passive as possible. And I kind of am inspired by Thomas Van Solen in how I do this. I'm not sure it's all that great, but I'm trying to get better as I do it. And so I go ahead and I just write down things that I see. I don't make assumptions or inferences. There's no value attached to any of that. Once I have done that, I go ahead and I add this prompt into ChatGPT, which is asking it to analyze the notes that I provide in light of the teacher evaluation standards from the University of Washington's 5D framework. And so our district does not use every indicator from each dimension, but it has selected indicators that relate specifically to our continuous improvement plan, or SIP. And you can see that it goes through what I added, not only the dimensions and indicators that we're evaluating teachers on, but also the look-fors that teachers identified during a professional development session from earlier in the year. So once I've done that, ChatGPT takes that and breaks it down. And what I'd like to kind of focus on here is not that ChatGPT is telling me what to think, but it's giving me something to think about. So it's sped up the process of breaking those notes down into pieces of evidence from the teaching standards for our district. And it allows me to go through and I copy and paste this onto the original document, and it allows me to kind of streamline that time that it takes to analyze and break down the notes into what parts of the teaching rubric have been satisfied or addressed through that particular lesson. So once I've done that and I've selected what I think is accurate, inaccurate, things that I need to add to, I can go into this rubric, and then over the course of the year, I just put the date of the observation and then the specific bits of evidence that were observed during each lesson. And then at the end of the year, when I finish all 6 mini observations on our probationary teachers, and then fewer for our contract teachers, we're able to be able to go through the rubric, and based on the evidence that I have collected, be able to determine whether or not teachers are developing proficient or distinguished or unsatisfactory. One of the things that I also try to do is provide teachers with full disclosure. And so when I share the summary, which is generated by ChatGPT and then edited and amended by myself, I make sure that they know that the summary and the collection of evidence was initially generated by ChatGPT, and that I am editing it after the fact. And then I allow them an opportunity to provide any additions or amendments to what I've come up with. And to this point, I mean, I think I've done quite a few of these since I've started using ChatGPT to help me with this. And I haven't had anybody that's responded that, this isn't right or this isn't accurate. So, knock on wood, we'll be able to keep going and continue to refine this so that it's even better over time.